Alrighty, what's going on, guys? Evanaldo here. So, big live stream. Man, so, I kind of wish, obviously, in hindsight, you wish you took a bigger long right here, but, yeah, it was a pretty good, you know, choice in Discord. I got stopped at a last long on Bitcoin trying to long that, but, I guess if I could just pretend to be a victim here and be like, I ran, but it happens. 2 to 1 risk reward ratio, you could be plenty profitable just winning half your, excuse me, geez, when you have your trades. So yeah, and if we look at, a lot of coins right here, Bitcoin versus Ethereum. The logical thing, if you want to be optimistic, maybe I'm being too optimistic, but if you can hold where we are right now, you could keep going, and your summer lull is over before it started. Or your summer lull hasn't even started. Your summer lull is going to be like, that's not impossible either. Bitcoin's still in the damn range that we've been in for about close to 2 months now. It could, I guess, at the absolute most, maybe mid-July it would take to finally break upward or downward. I would argue still, based on the based on a lot of these things, that it looks a little bit more on the upward trajectory. Let's see if your green dot on regular candles is back. That probably will confirm unless we nuke during the next 7 days, which is not impossible, but you hit kind of your technical target here, and now that's that, and then maybe you come back, a bit below a technical target, but yeah. Excuse me. So let's see, up about $600, 30-year mortgage rate. Trigger waves to the downside. So I do think the bond market should finally show a little bit of strength into the end of the year. Maybe, really by early next year, you'd be probably hoping for 6%, maybe high fives, but that's kind of a long shot. It's probably not going to dump that, aggressively. Something like that. Maybe October, high fives, low sixes. And then if we look at our 10-year, it looks more bearish, which is good if you want interest rates to go down. The rumor is that they're going to cut next month. Maybe into QT if we're lucky. I don't think they're going to cut next month, especially if the things still keep going up. Bitcoin dominance, your guess is as good as mine. This thing's been a little weird. I don't know. I would say maybe if you really think in line with the end of QT or whatever, maybe you would slowly, gradually go up over the next month to 2 months or whatever. There's that possibility, that probability or whatever. So yeah. ApeCoin, not looking terrible. You're kind of fulfilling your reverse head and shoulder situation all the way back from February. So, it's a year in the making. It's a year in the making, I'll say. And, a lot of these coins you could make the, trade like this, which is kind of, I would say kind of low risk, high reward. If you can bet that we're going to be up back at $1 at some point, something of that nature, could be good. If you want to take those trades, check out the link down below for BYDFI and BloFin. BloFin is in the pinned chat. Both of those you get 10% for fees or life. Only with my link down below. In addition, remember, if you sign up and deposit at least $100, they'll give you 1 free month in Aldo Empire VIP Discord. Got Nightshade in there at KMac. Obviously myself with a lot of good stuff there, including this long right here. I wish I went a little bit deeper, a little bit bigger or whatever. But that's what happens. But anyway, ultimately, you look at a lot of these. So Chainlink, same thing. Higher low, there's some potential in all these. Why is this freaking, god damn it, BYDFI. So yeah, anyway, BYDFI is good though, but that thing gets a little annoying when you're live streaming. Anyway, I don't know, just looking at a few others, like, it's like everything was breaking down, now all of a sudden just comes back to life, you know what I mean? Like, kind of, that's interesting. I think it came down a little bit more in Binance than, nah, about the same actually, I'm just seeing stuff, but yeah, higher low there, trying to jump up a little bit higher. Trying to jump up to there. That's the same kind of trade. This one probably would be a little bit, it depends how meme you want to get, but let's see here. That's probably a 1-to-1, yeah. 2-to-1 would be up there. So, I mean, there's potential. I mean, kind of low risk, high reward in a lot of these. And the thing, too, as you get more bullish here, and I mean, we've all been like, what the, you know, like, what should we do here? You know what I mean? But, well, actually, let's start jumping there. Crypto funding rates. They're probably not that crazy high right now. Yeah, they're negative. More people are going short. And then if you also look at fear and greed, there's nothing too bad there. That's more fear actually right now, I think, or neutral. So yeah, no, that's got some movement. Yeah, I mean, as soon as more greed comes up, as soon as you start jumping up, because everybody knows the potential. Everybody knows the potential. So you got down to 37. I'll take your word for it, Johnny M. Shout out to Johnny M. And you know these lows here. So that was a low there. That was a low there. I mean, usually that's where you kind of bottom out. So if you're following that, that gets more to the bullish case, more the bullish Eligir. No, Eligir is not. I'm looking for a word choice in Spanish. I don't even know that. Or opción. So yeah, that's what we look at there. And ultimately, Miami real estate. Oh, that came down. Okay, real estate's down. Yeah, I guess with the Iran thing, but that should be coming back up or whatever. Anyway, I'm just trying to think what has moved the most today. What has shown some stuff? Yeah, I mean obviously, that's memes, or that's memes, NFTs. Oh, hour. Okay, 20. Yeah, SEI. Okay, SEI virtual. Okay. Let's look at SEI, actually. So when we look at SEI here, yeah, kind of your standard bubble pop pattern, trying to potentially jump up a little bit more. And yeah, I mean, eventually getting back up to these areas. So a little bit exciting. I guess cops just optimism around the board. I think there's some decent fundamentals behind that, but then, you know, when it all goes to shit, then everybody's like, you know. Virtuals, I mean, you're still in a nice recovery. So I like this generally, and I still think you got a shot for like $6-7 and by end of year. And so yeah, 10 from Sunday. Oh, okay. Yeah, and volatility there. So I mean, I guess it's good. We got some excitement. Maybe you'll have a good July. Maybe that was your summer lull, you know, in the first couple days of summer, and then it's all over. Too good to be true. Maybe, I don't know. Man, I'm just trying to think here. Crude and tips, but yeah, oil is a good thing. So I would assume that maybe you will see the end of QT in July, and then a cut in September, or both of that. I don't think you're going to see a cut in July. You can. I mean, I don't know. I've been wrong before. I don't know. But as of right now, it doesn't look likely. I mean, what's going to help this go down, or this probability go up here? I mean, you're going to need probably things to go down, S&P 500 go down. I don't know if that's exactly, and when I say go down, I mean significantly. You know, and I don't know if that's necessarily, well, I mean, it is a decent point here, but it's jumping back up. So I don't know if that's necessarily the best thing. It could go either way here. When you look at the 2-week on a lot of things, that's more your bearish case. Now, this is in between here. If that does confirm and we do come down, then things get more bearish. So I think, I mean, the big thing here is holding kind of this low, I would say 102. I mean, you were up a lot in the day. So yeah, let's look at others. So others, I mean, you're still making higher lows, which is pretty good in my opinion. I kind of like that. Just nice to see some excitement in the market, you know what I mean? That situation, so pretty good. I'll take it. You know, if we can hold 200 billion or what, 225 billion, good, cool. Hmm. Matic's still been a depressor. Let's see right there. How about yeah, some of these, I think Polkadot got railed, right? That got it's up now. Yeah, it's still above that damn low, but it's yeah, that really got because that made a lower low of like all time. Well, I guess yeah. I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, sometimes when everyone gives up hope like that, that's when the rally really starts. So we'll see. I think the Iran thing obviously threw a wrench into a lot of this, but yeah, but we'll see. Oh man, dot. Let's look at dot Bitcoin. Hmm. So held up all right. Yeah, I believe it. I haven't looked at that. Yeah, nice jump from kind of the spider line area. I mean, Sol's always a pretty good one to trade generally. I mean, this could be, you know, I feel like when ETH is asleep, Sol is kind of 2 to 1 right there. ETH isn't asleep right now, I don't think, but you know, like that could work. I mean, that would be a nice jump, 30% jump. Yeah, the volatility is still real. Yeah. I mean, it hasn't done, you've been in the range for a while here. Let me see. Yeah, you've been in the range since March, you know. So, yeah. So the rumor by the news, kinda. Well, yeah. The rumor was Iran, and then, yeah. Wow, it's hard to. But no, I mean, I think, you hit there, and then, according to this, I mean, how long would you. I mean, I guess it depends, but that was 9, and then your peak is in 11. That's about 2 months there. So we got 2 more months of bullishness according to this. This would be July, August. Maybe September is your bearish month. I don't know. It could go either way. Let's see if you're comparing it to here though. And that's 2. Yeah, that would tell you 2 months. That would be, yeah, and then you had your little. That would be interesting because let's see, how many months is that? Let's see. 3 to 3 is about 6. So that would be end of year. That'd be interesting. Yeah, that's about 6 months there if you were to repeat that situation. Now, it gets, yeah, I mean, you could even, lower here. I mean, that wasn't your bottom there. And you went, I mean, it's like this, yeah, I mean, this is kind of where we are there. Then you go lower. So, I mean, there's not really an exact rhyme or reason with this. Now, the thing you could argue, though, is, you already kind of had your max pain there. So are we ready for another, max pain or whatever? Fetch had a good jump, yeah. People are probably getting excited about that a little bit now, too. And that's a decent one. I mean, yeah, decent area. Kind of that wick down if you go above there. This one moves a little weird, but I think there's some potential. I think there's some potential there. Trigger waves and such, Curious how Fetch has performed against Bitcoin. Probably terribly, but I mean, yeah, pretty higher lows generally. Could be something brewing. I see like Matic Bitcoin, yeah, just in the no man's land there. Yeah. Crypto.com was up a little. Yeah, I mean, it's still not much. I mean, you're up, but it's still not, for this anyway, it's just not that significant. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, if we look at CAS, yeah, I mean, a lot of things, they're up like 10 to 15% on the day. Injective, yeah. VeChain up a little bit, 11% on the day. So, I mean, obviously a good day, but that's still just so low compared. Yeah, I mean, you're making higher lows, but it's still like just, it's weird on the Binance chart. Let's see on Coinbase, actually. That looks more, it's less data. It doesn't really look different, but, it's more like showing like that, like buyers are going to defend that area, you know what I mean? I would say, I mean, what else are you gonna do? I mean, maybe triple bottom in a month or two. I mean, you could do that again. That would be that was just freaking. I mean, what? I think we all would like that. And that was over the course of what? That's a crazy thing here. 1 month, yeah. So I don't know. I mean, once the Fed, September, October, September, November, October, November, December. It's over, M-Ice. Yeah, the lion has won. The lion has been victorious, as the lion always is. Generally is. So this is pretty much over, this Iran thing. Tariffs coming in on a lag, but could be priced in. I think that's already. Yeah, you may have some more news with that. Although it's kind of like they just say, nobody cares about tariffs anymore. It's just it's all done. Yeah. Making higher lows, mutant API club. So yeah. XRP. Reverse head and shoulder situation. This could be well on its way to high twos. Yeah. It looks decent. I mean, just the fact you came down and held. I don't think it's very likely a lot of this stuff is gonna. I mean, I guess it can, really go to freaking zero, but, I mean, kind of now or never for a lot of this. I mean, it's kind of the correction you wanted almost for ETH, that 30%, 25%. Bitcoin's held up too much. I feel like Bitcoin should have came down more. 25%, that could be enough. That weekly could have already played out. That money flow is okay. So yeah. Yeah, we definitely can get wicks lower, definitely. I mean, I feel like Bitcoin wants to come lower, but I don't know if it necessarily will. It's kind of in its own orbit, I mean, we're getting through half this year almost. Quarter 2, 2026. I mean, it could be. It's possible, man. I would think if Bitcoin's anything over 120, 130 by the end of this year, that's probably it for a while. But, I mean, who knows? Maybe it keeps going. I mean, 130, 129, and 154. Lifetime money flow and ETH weekly chart looks very bullish. Yeah. Let's actually look at the week. Oh yeah, I'm right there. I mean, generally, like if you're betting on the survival of ETH, generally every time it goes in the red is a decent time to buy. I mean, even if you got in at 200 there, like it did pretty well. I mean, let's just look at like getting in the red. Getting in there. We got 20x. Getting in this red over here, or whatever. Even if you got it on the top over there. Okay, diminished return about 1/20th, and then let's say you got in, this kind of area where we are right now. So you could get, 10% from it. No, I'm just kidding. But I don't know if if you get 100% to 200% again, there's your 7,000. I still think it's possible. I mean, 7,000 I think is possible until, yeah, 7,000 is possible. I think unless you lose like 1,800 or lose 2,000. I think as long as you could hold where we are right now, 7,400 is definitely in the cards. What's up, James? Appreciate you guys. If you guys are interested in trading, check out the pinned chat. As always, 10% off your fees for BloFin and BYDFI. No KYC, no VPN. Those are the best ones I think to use for no VPN, or in general. No KYC too. So check it out, and there's some good deposit bonuses only with my link. So yeah, oh man. Let's see here. Man. It's still light out a little bit, 8:30 p.m. It's nice when you're, those northern latitudes, in the summer months, because you get so much daylight. I mean, if you're in Scandinavia, it probably doesn't get dark until, anybody in Scandinavia? It doesn't get dark until like 10 p.m., 11 p.m. The Nordics. Crypto is pretty crazy, I'll tell you that much. Good start to a week. Your damn V-chain looks pretty good here. It's like a Cardano. Yeah, that's a nice double bottom. I'll take that. I don't really think, that's the thing too. Like I was looking this morning, I was like, I'm a little bearish, but like I just don't see this going down much below that 50-cent mark. That's a nice triple bottom, and like your target's gonna be freaking at like, at least the highs of this range, low dollars. So you could potentially double your money there. So yeah. Hundo bounced over 40. Okay. Wait a second. No, it bounced 40. That's 40%. 24. No, only 24. It probably will bounce 40. But yeah, lower low, but still not. You're still holding that area. Hundo could do some stuff. I mean, yeah. It's not dark outside at 2:37 a.m. in Norway. Wait. Was it dark though? Is now when it's getting just a door? Is now when it's getting light, or like it just never gets dark? Are you in like northern Norway? I feel like it's like getting light. Is it like getting light? What time where you are? Is that what it is? I feel like there's the sun coming up. It's not going down, right? Yeah, it's morning time. Interesting. I would guess for like, I don't know it off the top of my head, but I mean, in this day and age, so easy to look up. But I guess it's still fun to speculate sometimes on things. But I would guess like 10 or 11 p.m. would be sunset, and like 3 a.m. would be sunrise, probably. At least in like the capital cities or the southern areas. And so yeah, let's see. Wow, I didn't realize that. Just it. Are you in like? Are you where in Are you near Oslo or Bergen, Norway? Like, are you in northern Norway? Like, I didn't know. Is all of Norway like that? I thought it still got dark at some point. Like, does it never get light in the winter months? I didn't know it was that extreme. You got to be like in the northern part or something. I feel like you got to be way, way. I didn't know it was that ridiculous. Well, I mean, it's good in the summer, I guess, but. Buying point for your swap, sure. You can take a look. Yeah, I think it's pretty. I mean, I don't really limit into stuff. I would rather DCA in, but oh, in the middle, okay. But I don't think if you're in like say Oslo or Bergum, it's Bergum. I don't know what that. There's the two main places, I guess. I don't know too well, but if you're in Oslo, let's say, which is kind of a dump I've heard, could be wrong, but is it? I think it actually gets dark for a few hours at night this time of year, right? Yeah. I mean, in the middle of Norway, it's got to be a low population, right? That's got to be like because most of that population's got to be in the south. I mean, I don't know. It's pretty showing my ignorance. I have no idea, but from what you'd guess, like I'm just let me look at a map on the phone right here. Yeah, okay. If you're in the mid, yeah, you could see some ice. Yeah, like Trondheim, Levanger. Yeah, you're probably over. Okay. 2 hours of darkness. That probably doesn't last that long, though, right? Like if I were to go in, say, July, in like I don't know, a month or in August, would it be? It'd probably be a little bit different. But that's crazy because that means it's just 2 hours of lightness in the damn winter months. I didn't realize it was that extreme. I would have thought you still got like, I don't know, 5, 6 hours of lightness in the winter months, or like, not that ridiculous. Like I would have guessed like 10 p.m. darkness and then light at like 3 a.m. or something, like 5 hours. I think the most northern place I've been and kind of experienced that, I think I've been to in Bismarck, North Dakota, was I think it got dark at like 10 p.m. or something, 9:30, 10 p.m. I don't know what the hell time it got light out, but yeah. But yeah, no, that's crazy. But I mean, who the hell wants to be there in the winter? Just no freaking. And it's probably only like 18 Celsius, 15 Celsius there or something. Yeah. No clubbing in North Norway. Because it's like never gets dark out. Is that why? They love to drink it. Well, that's what I've heard. But I think the more north you go, they love to drink. They like to drink. But I mean, there's nothing to do in the winter. What do you expect? Sun turns after 26. Okay, that starts to get darker. 26th of June. It probably moves a little bit quicker. Yeah. That's got to be kind of cool to experience, I guess, because, well, I think ideally people would probably want it to get dark when you go to sleep. Like they'd probably want it to get dark like at 10 p.m. and get light at like 5 6 a.m. They'd want it to be dark when you're sleeping or trying to sleep, and they'd want it to be light every other time. You know what I mean? I think that would be kind of ideal. And I know Bill Gates was talking about like trying to block the sun. They should like change that so just the sun sets every night at like 10 p.m. everywhere in the world and gets light at like 6 a.m. everywhere. Yeah, they should change that. But let's see here. Um, isn't really noticeable until August. Um, hmm, yeah. Nuclear and uranium surely got to be a good long-term play. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say. I haven't looked at uranium. I mean, I think all metals will probably do pretty well over the next 15 years. Um, I don't know if this fall. Yeah, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's kind of this is just fall in metals. Yeah, you probably eventually break upward. I mean, this guy metals, man. This guy metals. This guy oils. So I remember in like Crypto Grizzly would always like to ask about the oils. I'm like, this guy oils, man. This guy oils. This guy metals. Dog sledding. Okay. No, it's still light out, man. You can't go to bed. You can't go to. It's still light out. Oh, what's up, Jay? We got Jason Casper in there. In the house. Bull market over? Well, I think it's just starting. I don't know. Shout out to Jason Casper. What's up, man? Let's see. Weekly bear div money flow, but war equal pump. Yeah. I mean, let's look at the weekly again. Yeah, the 2-week was bearish. It's going away. Yeah. Money flow is not curving downward completely. I know people have had mixed views on that. That's not curving downward completely. So you could be in your summer lull. I mean, the thing that I was talking about earlier is like Bitcoin's kind of come down like enough, or not enough to really signify a summer lull, because if you compare it to previous summer lulls, when we compare lulls, it's 33. They're usually, what was this? Yeah, this would be the mildest summer lull. That's 19. Well, really a little bit. 20. Just looking at our lulls. Somewhere this was I wouldn't even compare that. But what was it in if we go way back when? I mean, that was a rough summer. Never mind. But in previous years for summer lulls, it's usually 20, 30%. 20 to 30%. 20 would be 90K. He could go lower. The altcoins kind of are all hitting big areas, so they look more bottomy. But then again, I mean, altcoins have never ceased to disappoint in the last, I mean, the thing some people think is, this is going down to, that kind of area right there. Summer lull. I forget who came up with that term, the summer lull. It's Lull, yeah, Avalanche. Yeah, I mean, we were looking at Avalanche earlier. What's his? And by the way, guys, subscribe to Jason Casper. He's a really, really good analyst. I got to get him on the channel again. I've just been lazy with the collabs. But I'll shoot a DM to Jason Casper pretty soon. I may be headed to Finland pretty soon, so we'll see. But don't worry, I'll still be making some content from Finland. It's gonna be there. It's never gonna get dark. No, it'll get dark. It'll get dark. It's gonna be 1 a.m. still light. That's gonna be crazy. I've never experienced that before. Buying the Lambos. I rented one in Dubai. I thought it was kind of overrated. Northern Scotland doesn't get dark until midnight. That's a little bit better. Northern Scotland, man. But that's like, what is it like in the winter there, man? Like it doesn't get light until noon, and then it gets light, dark an hour later. Jeez. Jay Slongen, yeah. No, I mean, AVAX, I think, is hitting that point. If you could kind of hold where we are, yeah. I mean, there's potential. Depends how much you believe in crypto right now. How much do you believe in these altcoins? That's a real question. Because it's more like, if you believe in it, you're going to jump, but yeah. I don't know. I think it might have been Cowan that came up with Summer Lull. That dude has come up with a lot of good terms, I'll tell you. High IQ level there. Decent creativity, too. I should say more than decent creativity. Pretty damn good creativity, I'll tell you. But yeah. What are you thinking, Jason? God, yeah, so, yeah. War equal pump. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. War is kind of over technically now. Like, they're coming to peace or whatever. So I think that's kind of done. But the main thing is obviously Russia-Ukraine. That's all much bigger, We've been dealing with Middle Eastern. We kind of know how to deal with stuff in the Middle East. It's been 30 years. We've kind of learned from W on that. Kind of learned from W there and kind of got some experience. But the Russia-Ukraine, that's a new, that's a new animal. But let's see. Am I bullish? Yeah, I would say overall. I kind of feel like Bitcoin needs to come down farther, though, for the summer lull. But play it by ear. I would remain bullish as long as this, where is it, on the monthly regular candle? You got a trigger wave there. It's red, though, but, I didn't even realize you had that blood diamond. Yeah, that was kind of rough. On regulars, but yeah, I don't know. I would think that ETH came down enough for summer lull. Could come down to 2,000. So yeah, I mean, I wish I put a lot more of a position in here. This was too small, but yeah. But yeah, let's see. Top generals. How can it not be bullish? Yeah. I mean, I think that you're going to kind of follow your Fourier cycle to a certain extent. I want to see. So the total 3 for altcoins, this is just depressing, and that looks like it may bleed a little bit more, like down to that full 20%. I don't know, though. But when you look at the others, too, is a big disappointment. These really fell out of the Fourier cycle because that was the low there. Like, long story short, these should have bottomed out months ago to kind of follow what they normally did in the Fourier cycle. But no, this is just in no man's land. I guess if you can pump back up to these areas, you would have more of a reason to be bullish. But yeah, 6 and a bit hours of daylight in winter. But is it 6 and a bit hours of darkness in the summer then? I would guess it's got to be isn't it the opposite? It's got to be the opposite. How could it not be? It's the same trajectory, angle, whatever the hell. Yeah. Yeah, it's like you just gotta get the hell out of there in the winter. Jeez, 6, yeah. What's up, Mark? Man, I'm trying to think what else I want to look at the moment. Man, trying to jump there. You got Jason Casper in the house. I'll give him a little shout out. Let's see what Jason Casper's been doing. Let's look at some TA on Jason Casper. I mean, let's see. So let's see, past life. Okay. Final hope. Okay, I like it. Different eye colors. Okay, check out his channel. It's more than just chickens. It's really good. Let's see. Okay, so mainly live streams. Okay. 150K. Congrats, man. Congrats. Doing well. Living life. Still on the bicicleta? Or no, it's probably treadmill. But yeah, nice. I'm liking it. Got to get you on the channel. Been procrastinating getting more like guests on and stuff, but yeah. And then I mean, I'm sure he's talking about the ceasefire. It's over, guys. World War III is over. But be careful. The words eventually usually become flesh, and if you kind of follow 100-year theory, unfortunately, the 2030s will see more issues. For SWE. Well, let's take a look at SWE. It might not be the worst idea. Yeah, I mean, high or low, I'll take it. That could be the bottom. That could be. Maybe it won't, but it could be. So I think it looks decent there. But yeah, I mean, long story short, markets look pretty good overall. I would be a little bit more bullish here. I mean, the only thing we got going against us is you typically do get more bearish in July, August of the kind of, summer months, so maybe a little bit boring or whatever. Triple XL tank top. Yeah, Jason's a bit bigger than me. I've been doing it more, really focusing on my shoulder. Been making some damn improvements on this shoulder. I still can't do wall slides too well, but it's getting there. It's making some improvements. I don't I get like a pinched nerve, like every so often. It's actually really uncomfortable, I should say. It's kind of like an electric shock, but we're getting there, getting a little bit more symmetry. Physical therapy, exercises, and all that good stuff. So yeah, I mean, 4 to 4.5 hours of darkness in the summer. Oh, okay. Oh, so it's a little bit better. So the lightness, so you get 6 hours of lightness in the winter and only 4 hours of darkness in the summer. How the hell does that make sense, man? That's not physically, that doesn't physically make sense. Like, doesn't that defy the laws of physics and the earth rotating? Like, how, shouldn't it be equal? Like, if it's, unless I'm missing something here, like, if you get 4.5 hours of darkness in the summer, don't you get the same amount of lightness in the winter? What am I missing? Am I missing? To is over. I don't know what it is. I haven't had it tested. I'm 28 now. It's probably lower than it was when I had it tested when I was 25. It was like 1100 when I was 25, or was it? It was over 1,000. I could look up the exact. I know it's probably. I mean that's just sad reality of life. It goes down. I think 25 or early 20s it peaks, and then I'm still. I'm still. Yeah. I'm sure it's still high, but I mean, yeah. Still true. It's still, yeah. Tongue twister. I'm sure it's still high, but yeah. I'll probably get it checked like later this. Yeah, I gotta. When I go to Malaysia, we'll get that checked. Maybe I'm joking. Maybe I'm not. Let's see. Lapland. They have 13. Where the hell is Lapland? Lapland is that? I don't know. Where's that? Oh, 13. I get you. Okay. Anyway. That's gotta be. Yeah. Anyway. Man, I feel so small with this damn ETH. I put too small of a trade in. That's okay. That's okay. Oh man, let's see here. Anyway, guys, keep it appropriate. Keep it appropriate. PG. I'm getting a nice turnout on Twitter. Anyway, guys, if you guys are interested in trading, get 10% of your fees up for life with BloFin and BYDFI down below. Links down below. And if you use Jason Casper's link, you probably get even more. But I'm not. It'd be funny if that's actually true. But use mine. No, I'm just kidding. 10% for both of them. And if you sign up with my link down below, deposit at least $100. Don't forget to open a ticket in the Discord. And the support channel with your UID or your email will get you sorted for a free month there. Got Nightshade in there. Got myself. Let's see who else. KMac. Can't forget KMac. How can I not forget KMac? But yeah. But anyway, I mean, 47 minutes now. 47 minutes in. Just trying to think here. Still 83 degrees outside. Somebody's shooting up some fireworks out there. I don't know if there's really too much else to talk about right now. I mean, I could be wrong, but look, guys, it looks pretty good overall. I mean, still a lot of these, altcoin, Bitcoin evaluations kind of do look more bearish, but that's like, I mean, you look at some of these, and I hate to say it, but Dot is like, Dot and Matic are like the most, I mean, really Matic, because Matic had like a lot of people behind it, and it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, that's just, But we'll see. I mean, I think it's mainly, the thing that's important to realize too is like, if you look at ETH versus others, that's probably going to keep jumping for the next few months, probably at least until the Fed, pivots, or not pivot, stops QT or whatever the hell. So yeah. What's up, James? Yeah, the war is over, if you ever consider that war. But yeah, no, it is over. So yeah, bull run back on schedule. We'll see what happens. I think things generally look good. I don't know I think we had enough of a lull for ETH. I don't know about enough for Bitcoin, but Bitcoin seems to hold up very well in recent times. So we will see. Anyway, no, I'm in America right now. But anyway, guys, really appreciate you guys. Always appreciate you guys smashing the like button. I'm going to get going. I'll see you guys soon. Make sure, subscribe or whatever. Check the links down below if you want to trade. I mean, give you a little freebie with some, I mean, you probably got, how do I not have, well, yeah, it's the same damn trade for a lot of these, but, a little good risk reward ratio here, trying to scoop up the long. It's not too often you see something like this where it hits off. It's been months since you saw that situation, been April. So like that, well, I don't know if this is the best one to do it on. Maybe AVAX or Cardano is probably Cardano or Sol. Yeah, you want to be a little bit bigger in a market cap department. This one trying to jump up to like there or something, 74 cents. Maybe higher, but yeah. Anyway, guys, I'll see you guys real soon. Have a good one.